Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Today, we're doing a little bonus episode recapping our MagicCon Vegas 2026 trip. As always, joining me are Magician MTG and Mexi Delight, as well as myself, Camtastic. Magician, how are you doing this week?
Doing good. Just adjusting back to real life. Yesterday wasn't as much of a struggle, but today was. Today was today was the hard part. So,
Boy, oh boy,
but
do I feel that.
Definitely agreed. I was
How about you,
lucky.
Mexi Delight?
Yeah,
How
I
you feeling?
was. I was lucky enough to work from home yesterday, so that was a bit of a nice slow day. But I had over 400 emails to attend to and figure out what to prioritize for today. So today was the busy day in the office. Um, so yeah, glad to be home and ready to recap our weekend for the folks.
For sure. Yeah, I'm feeling the same. It's a little tough getting back to reality, but it is nice being home to see the loved ones again. That's for sure. It was 5 days was a long time. The first 2 days felt really slow, and then it seemed like Saturday and Sunday just flew by.
Definitely. Saturday, Sunday was
yeah,
gone. Thursday night was kind of chill for me, I guess. Um, but yeah, quick weekend and a group of 11 of us, caravan of three cars. So, uh, also, Magician, yeah, thanks for driving, man. That was solid.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
totally.
And
Yeah.
thanks for your DJing.
I do what I can.
Yeah, 11 of us in a three-story Airbnb. It was I mean, we had a little experience because last year there was 12 of us, but it's always a big question mark or toss up when you get that many dudes in a house all chilling together and stuff. But I think it worked out great again this time. This time everybody kind of did more of their own thing more so than last time, which was fine. We had three cars, four including Luis who met us there.
Mhm.
So everybody was able to just do their thing. It was nice, and then we all still got together at the end of the day and did group stuff. So I thought that was real cool.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to feel good about splitting the party. At the con, not having to stick in a big group of 11, 10 or 11 of us. Um, but it is always nice to go at the end of the day to back to a house and not have to go between hotel rooms.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if I'll
highly
ever go back
recommend.
to hotel rooms after that.
You don't
At least
think
Yeah,
not in
so?
that
highly recommend
group.
Airbnbs.
I don't
No,
know.
that's
I
a
was
me and the wife thing.
I was kind of pondering a hotel room as well for the next MagicCon or something like that. Maybe I know there's always discussion of going to the Strip or not. Staying in a hotel makes that easier, but yeah, we'll see. It's always more costly as well.
Yeah, harder to get games in at night.
Definitely,
Yeah,
especially when you have to
literally.
drive home or drive back.
Yeah, literally some kitchen table magic going on in the Airbnb.
Yeah, exactly. Brought our own table,
sometimes
used the
till
kitchen table.
sometimes till 3:30 in the freaking morning.
I
Hey,
can't.
those
I
games drag sometimes.
I can't do that. Getting too old for that. All right. So what did you
Kind
guys
of.
actually do during the con, huh? Like throughout the days? Because I know the three of us kind of split up, and the group was always like communicating live and everything. So, but yeah. Anyway, what'd you guys do?
I personally ran around. I looked at the vendors a little bit initially, but like Wes, my brother Wes and I were on the same page beforehand of what we wanted to do, which was we just wanted to make money. Like that, that was it. Was we were like we just want to go out there, make some money, and have some fun in Vegas. Um, and so that's what we did. We went out, we sold a bunch of cards to our homie Rob. Shout out Rob at the Mana Mart. As always, it was great with pricing and stuff. So if you guys get a chance to buy from Mana Mart, I highly suggest you do so. But um, yeah, so we sold there, and then we bought a couple cards at some booths, and then we kind of just ran around the rest of the time and jammed games. I went around searching for the Gold Sabertooth Vegas playmat and was able to find that.
Nice.
And then I went around and met up with a couple friends at their booths, like Tim, Cold Sabretooth, and Doot Loot, and a couple other people that we have met at other tournaments and whatnot. For me, it was like the trip was about one, making money, and two, just reconnecting with a lot of friends from a lot of tournaments that we had ran into throughout the year, like Duck and Zabricus and all those people that we've, Ian and Lua and everybody else. And so it was a big social gathering for me. That was kind of what I wanted to jam games and I wanted to hang out with the homies. And I feel like I accomplished that. So most of the time there I spent in the command zone playing games with homies and with a lot of new CDH players. They had, as I'm sure Nico will attest to, they had a good system for helping people find games. There was like little markers on the floor for each bracket, and you'd go hover around there, and there was employees walking around the command zone area asking like, "Hey, you looking for a game of this or that or X or Y or whatever?" And then they would pair you up. The hardest part was finding a table because the command zone was pretty packed the whole time, but it honestly wasn't terrible. You'd wait maybe 5-10 minutes. Somebody would finish up a game and you can just swoop in on their table. So we did that the first day. We really kind of stuck to playing amongst our group and ourselves. And then everybody got kind of sick of that because we do that all the time anyway. So we all just kind of dispersed and found players. And there was a lot of new players in the command zone, a lot of new CDH players, which was really cool to see. A lot of the CDH shows were almost full, like the Play to Win versus Crybabies almost sold out, or sold out, filled the house.
Room. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the Play to Win podcast did for the most part, and it was just this was the first MagicCon where I felt like CDH was really recognized and highlighted, and I think that it's paying dividends because we've seen a huge growth in tournaments and in people's interest overall, and MagicCon kind of just proved that with having all these new CDH players around us. Like every player I played with in the command zone was new, and that was about 6 different players. When we went to the Content Creator Central and played up there, they were more experienced. People were more experienced up there, and that was that was cool. But it was a lot of fun really walking new players through, helping them with their lines, talking to them about their decks and stuff. They all seemed super stoked to meet us. They're like, "Whoa, you guys are content creators, blah blah blah," and it was just they were all very receptive. Like they all just wanted to learn like really badly, and they all just wanted to get better, which was just like super cool. Which kind of led into Sunday, which was a big learn to play CDH event at the Content Creator Central. So Ian, comedian, had hit us up and asked us if we were going to that. So we went there and hung out, played some games. We got paired up against, well, let's see, I paired up against Tyler from Play to Win, and Julian got to play against friend of the channel's That's a Good Card podcast. I'll let him talk more about that later. But the games were fun. Networking was great. And yeah, like I said, my weekend was mostly about just hanging out with people and jamming games. And I feel like I succeeded at that. So that was my weekend in a nutshell.
Nice. And you didn't spend too much of that money you made, huh?
I spent maybe like $300, and I took home, I think it was like 1,500. So I ended up making more.
Nice.
So yeah, so it was cool. Wes and I had sorted out all our cards beforehand, and then we started making a list of what we needed or wanted, and the list was very short. So we just we were just like, okay, this is the time to consolidate and downsize our collection, so it's not just sitting in boxes. I bought a bunch of sleeves, some playmats, and like 3 cards, I think. So it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Sweet. What about you, Nico? How was your weekend?
Well, yeah. So outside of the main times we were all together traveling or dinner, Airbnb type of stuff, I wanted to focus on networking, helping our channel, our followers grow. So I spent all of pretty much Friday and Saturday just going around the command zone, a couple free play areas, catching CDH games. One bracket 4 game, I'll say that was. I think I was died by like a bunch of dragon tokens on turn 4 from somebody. That was interesting. But yeah, like Cam said, the players I was meeting for CDH, they were relatively new. A couple of them I think had been playing for a while for sure, just based off of their skill during the gameplay. And it sounded like people were pretty excited to meet content creators not in the creator area. And I was even like, well, we're still small. Like I barely consider myself a content creator. And they're like, well, no, that's cool. Like you got tokens and everything. So it was a really fun experience, just meeting people and networking and getting some people more interested in CDH. A couple people very interested in getting active feedback while playing, helping them learn politicking and what's a better play, objectively speaking, and that kind of thing. So shout out. I don't remember names and Discord names yet, but I know Homie took a picture of us and threw it in the Discord right away. And really enjoyed playing the new Kefka player and Gwenum. We got a couple locals, so hoping he can find some input from our locals. And then interesting Black Panther deck. So our new member shared that deck list, and I've been checking that out. So interesting Selesnya stuff going on there. So a lot of fun playing games. I had great intentions of doing the Learn to Play, but on Sunday is when I did my little bit of shopping. I found only a couple cards, some Final Fantasy stuff to upgrade my deck, and a fun foil 7th edition Disenchant. Really like that one. So
that's pretty sweet.
That was a nice old school find for a good deal and in great condition. And then a really, really niche collector's item that I don't know if anybody else will have even heard of. So Vanguard. I'm an old head, so back in one of the 90s, late 90s, the Wizards came out with this thing called Vanguard, which was like a very early iteration of Commander. So back when it was only 60 card format, there was these cards that came out, and if you look it up on like the Wiki MTG type of thing, it even says it goes in the command zone. So you pick your commander or your Vanguard, and it changes your like starting hand, your life total, and then you get another ability or two. So really old school item. I've been keeping an eye on them, or an eye out for them during MagicCons, and you only really find them 1 or 2 at a time out of the 32 total. And I found the full set together. So they were already opened and like repackaged, so played or used, whatever. But the fact that I found them all together at once and was able to scoop them up and then at a discount, I was pretty excited about that. So
yeah, it's pretty neat to find something so old and in condition and as a full set.
Yeah. And again, like I'm an old head. I love the nostalgia of that kind of old school stuff. So things that are not even playable, just in that collector's niche. So I was satisfied. So
yeah, it's cool running into finding like old playable things.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the day we met, Nico. It was pretty nice.
But I'm bumped.
Solid.
That was a good one.
Solid. All right, Julian, how about you? I know you had quite a few moments, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. Where do we start? So in line on Friday, I brought some product that was gifted to me as a birthday present, and I found someone who was just behind me who was interested in buying a box of Tarkir Dragonstorm play boosters for $100. Sold that.
Test. I was there
before I even got into the con. It was pretty cool. Didn't have to lug that around. And then I brought some like Bloomborough commander decks. Sold those at a vendor for $100. Total 200. That'll come in handy in a second. But that was $200 already in my pocket before even really stepping foot out into the world of the convention center. I was shopping a lot on Friday. Didn't get to do a lot of playing, but I did do my playing on Saturday. I was checking in with a tattoo artist to get a tattoo, and they said, come back in, check with us. I did that throughout all of Saturday pretty much, and I finally got the appointment to do it on Sunday morning, and I was quoted $200 for the tattoo. So it was perfect that I sold the product that I was gifted, and it paid for the entire tattoo. It's still in its healing phase. Obviously, it's got the second skin, which I'm going to be taking off after I get done with this. But if you recognize it, leave a comment. Tell us what card it's from, and if you know the answer. Anyway, outside of the con, it was really awesome. I got to meet one of my favorite pro player, Andrea Mengucci. We saw him at one of the restaurants we were at one night, and I just kind of threw caution to the wind and stood up and walked over to him. He was telling a story to his teammates from Heavy Play, and as soon as they recognized that I wasn't just a waiter, they got his attention to look up at me, and I asked him, if he was drinking tonight, and if so, if he would want to take a shot with me. So he said he obliged, and we went up to the bartender, and I told Andrea, whatever you want, order it. And he's like, vodka? And I was like, all right, vodka it is. He ordered it though with salt and lemon.
Salt and lemon? I've definitely had lemon and sugar for like a lemon drop or something like
Yeah,
that.
this
Never with
was
salt.
straight
Interesting.
vodka, a lemon wedge, and salt on the rim.
Huh.
And yeah, I was like, I've been to Europe, but I've never seen that for a vodka shot.
Interesting.
So yeah, we took that, and I got a picture with him, so that was really cool. The games that I got to take advantage of on Saturday was I waited in line for a little while to play with Howling Salt Mine. I got to play with Sam and Mike from there, which they're really cool people. What was really surprising though is that they actually heard of us. I gave them one of our stickers and a couple of our tokens, and they were like, "Oh yeah," in response, "Yeah, no, we've heard of you." And my eyes just lit up. I was like, yeah, on cloud nine, because they're probably my favorite podcast to listen to on a weekly basis. So yeah, aside from that, like I said, I got some shopping done, got some really cool cards. But all in all, very, very memorable weekend. I did get to talk to people while I was waiting in line to do my buying and selling. Gave out a lot of tokens to vendors and other people waiting in line wanting to sell. So it was a good time sounds like for all of us, being able to get our name out there to the masses.
Shout out to Rude Dude MTG, Daryl, for hanging with us too. That was kind of, I think, last minute for everyone, but glad he could join. Always enjoyed talking some shit to Daryl as well.
Yeah, he definitely contributed to the trip being a good time and successful. So
looking forward to next year.
Yeah, me too. I'm surprised they didn't announce the dates. Last year they announced the dates at the con.
Mm-hmm.
So now we all just have to wait and see.
Yeah, catch us on the second floor.
Yeah, exactly. The non-existent second floor.
Hey, I didn't know it was in the central hall until after I did that. My bad.
I didn't
know the central hall didn't have the second floor.
Yeah, I didn't know there wasn't a second floor in the central hall.
Yeah.
I hope it's in the central hall again, because they really, I feel like, made it better for everybody. More space. There were definitely more people, but it didn't feel crowded because we were in the area with more space. Access to the food vendors, which was a huge missed opportunity. That food was terrible. I'm sorry, but I don't know if you guys ate any of that. I had like a doughy pizza and an undercooked hot dog, and they could do better.
One of our buddies got the burrito where the meat was marinated in water.
Yeah,
man, that's a bit rough. Yeah, I went to the food trucks every time. So me and Daryl had some lumpia. I had a bacon wrapped elote dog. Granted, it was still con prices, but it was good food.
Yeah,
it was good.
Definitely gonna have to do that next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Daryl and Chad and Ya. How's it going, Ya? Thanks for dropping by.
Hey, Ya, what's up, man?
It was great seeing you this past week.
Definitely.
Yeah, good game. GG.
I wish I would have gotten in line for the Learn to Play sooner, because by the time I got there, the wait was just ridiculous. So I didn't get to play with the homies like that.
Yeah, me and Esteban got randomly paired together, so that was funny.
I saw that.
Yeah, I got put in with Ya and Kyle, and then another random who was new to CDH but had a really good Obnixilis deck. And it was kind of blingy too for someone who's new to the format. So, and he ended up taking it.
I had my fill of Obnixilis this weekend.
You don't want to get flampled.
For viewers that don't know, my cousin plays Obnixilis, and he killed me by turn 3 every single game.
We didn't even have to politic it. He was just like, "Nah, Cam, you're done."
Yeah, he was like, "I should be hitting him, right?" Yeah, I'm gonna hit him. And I can't argue against him. I use my life as a resource, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Like, tried to trick my cousin into making bad plays. Like, fucking sucks, but I got to take it on the chin. Thanks, cuz.
Yep.
Too funny.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, you got any last items or shout outs or anything?
No, I just want to thank everybody that approached us out there. We passed out a lot of tokens, met a lot of new viewers, got a lot of subscriptions out of people. Like, just it was a really great networking opportunity, and I feel like everybody genuinely had a good time. Not just us, but the people that we engaged with and that we played with, both old friends and new friends. Shout out to everybody that participated, because it was great. We had such a great time, and we're already counting the days till next year. Once we get a date.
Yeah, we're just counting up right now. We're not counting
we're just counting days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, I want to say one thing though. What was also one of the highlights was on Sunday morning, I was waiting in line and I was getting to talk to some guys, and I told them about the podcast, and they were like, "So you're like a content creator, right?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, yeah, but we're not there yet." And he's like, "But you make content, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, you got to sign my playmat." So I was like, that was so cool. Like that first moment of being able to sign like someone something, it was pretty surreal. Like that means
awesome.
that means we're doing something right, I feel like.
Yeah.
We actually caught somebody. That was another thing, was we caught somebody in line on day one wearing one of our shirts, and that was really awesome to see.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for the support. It means a lot. We're really feeling like we're succeeding at pulling some community together here, both in California and externally. So appreciate everybody, and we're going to keep pumping out content. We're going to try and get better at being more consistent with it. We know that's important, staying relevant. So bear with us. We're getting better. I'll be moving soon, quite honestly. So I'm going to do my best to stay, connected as much as possible. But yeah, it sounds like my wife and I are going to be signing a new lease here in the next couple days. So we're pretty stoked on that. And I'll have a new whole background and everything like that. So I'm excited for some more upgrades coming up here soon.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody out there. Again, like, just to reiterate what Nico said, your guys' support means the world to us, and we wouldn't be doing it without it. So thank you so much. With that, yeah, everybody who tuned in, thank you guys so much, both in the live show and the VOD. We'll catch you guys at the next MagicCon.